I hope you're ready for the news, Mr. Ben, because I'm going to come over to you. What's
am
first,
ready,
mate?
yes. Yeah, so the first bit of news is actually for those people that are playing Star Wars Legion. And so we're actually going to see some big vehicles getting thrown into the mix now for this year. So the first of these is the X-34 Landspeeder. So this is for the Rebels, and this is effectively their technical from the the sci-fi world. This is one of the Landspeeders that you would have seen in the film. You know, the one that Ben Kenobi and Luke Skywalker drove around in A New Hope. But it's been sort of tooled up by the Rebels so that you can use it in some warfare as well. So as well as having a gun mounted on the front of it, which looks very deadly indeed, probably for the driver as well as those it's shooting at, there's also room on the back for some very plucky crew members to stand there with their rocket launchers to fire at the enemies as well. So that's the sort of offering for the Rebels.
Oh, man, these are totally the Rebels I'm looking for.
Well, even if they do have a turd Sorrow Sub little X-34 there, that can actually take a passenger as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can have one single standard infantryman as a passenger, which means you can take Luke, stick him in there, barrel it up the field, and then toss a Jedi out. Drive by Jedi.
He's just winging it out the side with his saber.
Yeah. Or alternatively, just throw him out and then just speed off in the distance and leave him to freak out on everybody around him, and more importantly, not you.
No letterbox is safe.
No.
Not one.
A couple of things to say here. So you've got plenty of upgrade slots on this. 5 upgrade slots you can take in this thing. The weapon that's already mounted on it is not overly impressive with only 2 white dice. The armor, also not amazing, white dice.
Yeah.
But you've got 6 health points, and before you actually take a mechanical piece of damage, you can take 4 points, which I think is quite nice. Also, the surge triggers on both symbols here. So that's quite nice for your attack and your defense.
Oh.
I'd say the real meat of this is going to be in that fan of upgrades that we're seeing right there.
Yeah.
It's also quick. That's the big thing to think about this. So it's very good for sort of getting behind the flanks of the enemy and, as you say, dropping somebody off, a hero, for example, into a certain area where an objective might be too. So. Yeah.
And the other thing that we're seeing is something for the Imperial side.
Yeah.
So
a tank.
Cool.
Yeah.
So this has a name that is far too long for me to bother with, but anyway, I suppose I should. It's the TX-225 GAVW Occupier Combat Assault Tank, because you have to, don't you? So
otherwise known as Imperial Tank. Yeah.
Imperial Tank. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I kind of wish John was here, because I remember watching the movie with him, and he told me the exact make and model of vehicle that this chassis was based on for the movie.
I'm so glad I wasn't there, because that would ruin everything for me. Because even when I was watching Rogue One, I was watching it going, is this a hover tank? Can you see tracks on this? I hear tracks on this, but I don't see tracks on it.
It does have tracks.
They're tracks,
Yeah,
right?
I haven't finished my story. I can see the tracks, but there is a bit in the movie where they throw a bomb underneath it, and you can clearly see it gliding along on tracks. So it's not actually supposed to be a hover tank.
Yeah.
Because for a few moments I was like, "What's going on? This is annoying to me. This looks like a hover tank, but it doesn't sound like it."
I've got to say, this thing looks tough as nails. It's slow as hell, which you can see from the red bar here.
Yeah.
The weapons with red and black dice, pretty damn good. I can't really read the special rules from this picture, but I'm sure it's probably going to be quite nasty.
Special rules for it are mostly can fire all of the guns.
Yep.
It's hugely slab-sided.
Yeah.
I mean, it has a footprint where I think the side is double the frontage, and it has less armor there, so your opponent gets impact. So whenever you turn with your big ship of the line there, you're going to get absolutely reamed. So don't turn. You do get a free turn because you are pivoting on your track. So before you move, you get to do a wee spin.
Oh, that's nice.
So it works well, and it's cheaper than the ATST, which is the only other armor at the moment for the
impressive.
This.
Hence why I'm so excited to see a tank, especially one you can do exactly the same paint job on.
Well,
Technically not a tank.
the big thing for me is there is a card that comes with the ATST.
Yeah.
Which is kind of rendered null and void because the ATST can already do what's on that card. I've been waiting for more armor to come out just so you can make use of that little upgrade character.
Yeah.
And that will allow you to do it. So
Let me see if I can make you happy then, Justin. Armored transport! Come closer.
No. AFV.
Armored
fighting-
flatback.
No, armored fighting vehicle.
that's very dull.
But it does transport stuff, so that's
It does.
pretty good. So.
Yeah.
You can see it there in the picture and everything.
Not just kyber crystals.
That's it. Ben's got my back. He's got me sorted.